He knocked me over. I landed on the dog bowl.
This one's wife. Nobody wants you. Nobody likes me. Everybody hates me. I think I'll go eat worms. Big, fat, juicy ones. Eensy, weensy, squeensy ones. See how they wiggle and squirm. Not something that you will hear this one's wife sing because she believes that she's universally loved, save by a certain section of society who clearly are stupid, because if they were not, they would recognise that she is an amazing individual and that she's somebody that everybody loves. The fact is, this one's wife is deluded, and that delusion keeps her popping up because the evidence demonstrates nobody wants you. And this is something that Riley Sullivan, reporting for skynews.com.au, has picked up on, explaining, a Hollywood insider has cast new light on this one's wife's career frustrations as the Duchess of Sussex struggles to land any endorsement deals or A-list gigs. Yes, she has been with WME nearly a year, and in that time, the only thing that she has obtained is the new podcast with Lemonada, which is pretty low-key in the scheme of things. There's been no deals with Dior. There's been no endorsement by the likes of, say, Gucci. There's been no creation of a similar platform to Goop. She hasn't returned to Instagram, despite that being reportedly something that was going to happen. She hasn't got the huge speaking engagements. Do you remember? She just had that one in the flyover state. I think it was Indianapolis. She wasn't getting the stadia gigs as she anticipated that she would do. In that time, since she signed up with WME as a talent agency, she hasn't got any new endorsements. She hasn't landed any partnership or sponsorship deals. She hasn't gained the A-list gigs. The Duchess of Sussex is currently represented by Hollywood power agent Ari Emanuel at the William Morris Endeavour Agency and is understood to be actively pursuing commercial opportunities. After stepping back from the royal family in 2020, this one's wife and Harry are free to cash in on their royal connections and have previously signed content deals with streaming giants Netflix and Spotify. Another obvious endorsement for this one's wife would be to sign on as a luxury brand ambassador. Well, she'd love that. Following in the footsteps of European royals like Monaco's Charlotte Casiraghi, who has represented mega brands Chanel and Saint Laurent. Luxury houses favour hiring royals as brand ambassadors because of the halo effect of having royalty linked to their expensive products. Prince Harry's cousin, Lady Kitty Spencer, currently serves as a brand ambassador for Dolce & Gabbana and Bulgari, while the Duke of Kent's daughter, Lady Helen Taylor, has represented Giorgio Armani. Meanwhile, Gucci and Dior continue to indirectly market handbags once worn by Princess Diana through their respective Diana and Lady Dior bag lines. Look at that. This one's wife, a woman who has been dead for 26 years, is still able to sell bags and have a deal in effect, whilst you can't get them. Dior didn't even sniff at you. It appears that her new management team are struggling to broker contracts for the Duchess of Sussex because Fauchon brands are being scared off by the couple's many public controversies. The bigger issue now is that the team behind this one's wife is finding each time they feel they've got a deal, something engulfs the ex-royals, it was reported. Ironically, it's stated that Harry might be the one who's torpedoing his wife's chances of signing on as a muse for a luxury brand. Once you are a major brand, you do not want your brand taken over by some personal issues like Prince Harry's visa row or his security details. The Duke of Sussex visa is currently the subject of a court battle in the United States after a conservative think tank group filed to have the papers made public. When applying for residency, applicants must disclose their past drug use, and the Prince famously revealed in his book Spare that he took drugs, raising questions about his eligibility to live in the United States. The Duke is also appealing a London court decision in the latest stage in his spat with Britain's Home Office after the government stripped the former working royals of their taxpayer-funded security. But the deals don't come. The deals don't appear because, quite simply, nobody likes this one's wife. The problem is that she doesn't get it. She doesn't get it in respect of two things. The first is that, governed by her narcissism, this causes her to be unpleasant to people. She's been unpleasant to her father, her half-siblings, to King Charles, to the Princess of Wales, to the Prince of Wales, to her staff, to Princess Charlotte, to former friends. Accordingly, there is this long list that has built up of people that have been on the receiving end of her iciness, her temper, her ignited fury. And because of the prominence that she has, this gets reported on. Now, some might suggest, well, no publicity is bad publicity, but the fact is that she doesn't get it because her narcissism doesn't allow her to do so. That she doesn't realise that what she does in the moment, in order to seize that control and gain fuel, invariably, because of the type of misfiring narcissism that governs her actions, results in her being bitten on the bum by a collateral consequence down the line. Furthermore, she doesn't get it because she has this complete inability to read the room, because she has no emotional empathy, and her cognitive empathy isn't up to the job. She'll wander about with an expensive handbag and then saying to people, "You need to donate." Well, anybody with working brain cells will look at her and think, wait a moment, you turn up here in an impoverished area of New York, looking like Chairman Mao, being the bouncing berry of Harlem, wearing expensive ill-fitting clothing and lots of jewellery, and you have the audacity to ask us to pay. That she turns up at places, sporting expensive clothing, expecting people to donate. She simply doesn't get it. And the fact is that brands that have spent a long time and a lot of money making sure that they command a part of the market, doing deals and partnering with people that add to those brands, they're experienced and they recognise a lame duck when they see one. Yes, she's famous. Some might say infamous. Yes, she's known around the world. But what is she known for? 1, marrying Harry. 2, falling out with her family. 3, falling out with the royal family. 4, repeatedly being accused of being a grifter. Is she known first and foremost for being a philanthropist? No. Is she known for her kind, empathic ways? No. Is she known for her charitable works? No. The bad things outweigh and will always outweigh, no matter how hard she tries, because the train has left the railway station. The horse has bolted, and she's not going to be able to reverse that situation, because not only do so many people have a fixed and entrenched view of what she is and how she behaves, but she keeps adding to it. By trying to reverse it, she does so in a way which only makes it worse. Rather than lie still in a quicksand, she thrashes around, thus sinking faster. She doesn't understand that possibly, although I still would say it would be too late for it, but possibly, if at an earlier juncture she'd gone away, laid low, got on with the privacy that she claimed that she wanted, and then came back slowly and quietly, just engaging in charitable works, etc., she might have stood a chance at rehabilitating her image. But the more that she appears now, the more she appears on ski slopes, the more that she appears going out for lunch, the more that she appears in videos, trying to demonstrate that she is actually behaving herself and that she has a rehabilitated image, nobody's buying it because she has to keep putting herself in the faces of the public. Her narcissism demands that she does so, and everybody, or nearly everybody, views such behaviour as entirely self-promoting. And they just think, oh, here she is again with another example of her self-promotion. We don't like her. And the brands know this. Thus, for all of the signing up to this super agent, it's not got her anywhere. And the simple fact is, nobody wants this one's wife in terms of deals, partnerships, and sponsorships because she's disliked by so many people. Throwing around dirt has its consequences, and those chickens of authenticity have come to roost, highlighting what an unpleasant person she is, and how any brand worth its salt would not want to go anywhere near her. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.